Hello, my dear friends. Hi. Very good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome you all to my class. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ Hello, my dear friends. Hi. Very good evening, everyone. Uh, First of all, I would like to welcome. Okay. There was a small disturbance. So, sorry for the disturbance. Okay. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎರರ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ ನೋ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎರರ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್. So error identification or spotting errors, both are same. So what kind of questions we see here? For example, a question will be given or a sentence will be given, and in that sentence we see A, B, C, D, like four parts. In any one of these parts, there will be an error or a grammatical mistake. This error or mistake we have to identify, and we have to select that option as our answer. Suppose in the part A there is an error, means a grammatical error. That error we have to identify, and we have to select the option A as our answer. ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದು ವಾಕ್ಯ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 4 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ, ಭಾಗಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಎ, ಬಿ, ಸಿ, ಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇ, ನೋ ಎರರ್ ಅಂತ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈ 4 ಭಾಗಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ 4 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಎರರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಎ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಎರರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಅಂತ ಸಿಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ if there is no error in the question or in the 4 parts, ಇವು 4 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರರ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ನೋ ಎರರ್ ಅಂತ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಿಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ ನೋ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಅನ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ many of you have already solved so many questions on this question pattern. Okay, so ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೀವು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ is here. The government has acknowledged that economic growth did slow down in 2018-19, owing to declining in private consumption growth, a tepid increase in fixed investments and muted exports. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇವು 4 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಎ, ಬಿ, ಸಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿ. Is there any error in any part of this question? ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಎರರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಿಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಎರರ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇ ಸಿಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 30 seconds time. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಟು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಎರರ್, ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್. ನೋಡಿ, ಎರರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ? ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್. ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಮೇಲಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲಿದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವರ್ಬ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ವರ್ಬ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಟು ಡಿಕ್ಲೈನಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ V1 with TO2, not V1 ing. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನಾವು TO2 ಬಂದಾಗ V1 ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಬ್ ಅನ್ನ. ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್, ನಾಟ್ V1 ING. ನಾವು V1 ING ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾವು V1 ING ಗೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ V2 ಜೊತೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, V1 ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕೀಪ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಸೊ ವೆನೆವರ್ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ TO2 or not to, then we have to use V1. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, TO2 ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ನಾಟ್ ಟು ಇದ್ದಾಗ V1 ಅನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ TO ಮತ್ತು ಟು ಮತ್ತು ನಾಟ್ ಟು ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಳಸಬೇಕಾ? ಹಾಗೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ವೆನೆವರ್ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ have to, has to and had to, then we have to use V1. For example, I have to go there. She has to finish the work. We had to attend the meeting. ನೋಡಿ, I have to go there. She has to finish. They had to attend. So attend, finish, go. These all are V1. So here we have to use to decline. Okay. Now the next question. Question number second. This perplexing trend may be attributed to increasing compliance among businesses amidst the aggressive push by the tax authorities to widen the tax base. This question is also on the same topic, on the same concept of usages of verbs. ನೋಡಿ, whenever we use a word in English, okay, so that word can be used a verb or a noun or an adjective or an adverb. Okay, so if you observe this word here, wider, okay, here wider is adjective, wider is adjective, but actually this sentence, okay, it doesn't need an adjective, it doesn't need an adjective, it needs a verb, it needs a verb. ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ವಾಕ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಡಿ, ಸೊ ಇದು adjective ಅನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. It doesn't take adjective here. Wider, it is an adjective. Wider, it is an adjective. So it doesn't take adjective here, but instead of adjective, it has to take or it needs a verb. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ವೈಡರ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಡ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ವರ್ಬ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ವೈಡನ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ವೈಡರ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ widen. So the aggressive push by the tax authorities to widen the tax base. So this part has an error, and the error is here, wider. So the correct answer is option D. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾ. So come to the next question. Okay, friends, if you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay, now come to the third question. The rush to pay tax arrears at the end of the financial year may have been another seasonal factor contributing to better tax collection during the last. So, what we have to do now, observe all the four parts. The rush to pay tax arrears. This part is correct, grammatically correct. The rush to pay tax arrears. At the end of the financial year, listen here, at the end of the financial year, this part is also correct. Okay, financial year. May have been another seasonal factor. So, may have been another seasonal factor. This part is also correct. Contributing to better tax collection. Contributing means this seasonal factor contributing to better tax collection. All these parts are correct. During the last month. So this part is also correct. When all the parts of the sentence are grammatically correct, then we should choose the option no error as our answer. ನೋಡಿ, ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನೋಡ್ರಿ, 4 ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾಗ್ಬೇಕು? ನೋ ಎರರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅವರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. Okay, now the next question. A poorly regulated pharmaceutical industry mean that antibiotics are freely available to those who can afford them. A very simple question it is. Okay, this question is based on the topic subject and verb agreement. If you know the topic subject and verb agreement, you can solve this question easily. Come to the question once again, my dear friends. A poorly regulated pharmaceutical industry mean that. So, pharmaceutical industry, it is the subject. Pharmaceutical industry, it is the okay. And after this subject, we have to use a verb. And which verb is here? Mean. The verb is mean. Okay. Huh. What is the rule in the subject and verb agreement? The first rule tells that when the subject is singular, the verb should be singular. Okay. And the second rule tells that when the subject is plural, when the subject is plural, then the verb should also be plural. Okay. Pharmaceutical industry means it. Okay. It. So it is a singular subject. It has to take singular verb. So mean is a plural verb. Okay. So we have to use here means. So it is a singular verb. One thing you should keep in your mind, when we add s or es or ies, then that verb will be considered singular verb. If there is only V1, then it is considered a plural verb. For example, we speak. Listen me. Okay. We, plural verb, sorry, plural subject, speak, plural verb. Okay. He sings. Singular subject and singular. So this usage you should not forget, because on this topic, on this usage, maybe there will be a question. So that's why you should not forget this topic. And here it should become means, not mean. It should become means. Okay, now. So the correct option is, our answer should be option B, because the error is here, the mistake is here. Now, the fifth question. The stakeholders must appreciate that the only way to postpone resistance is thou improved hygiene and vaccinations. No error. The sentence ends here. Okay. Ah. In these four parts, which part has an error or a mistake? Okay. Come to the question once again. The stakeholders must appreciate that this part is correct. The only way to postpone a resistance, this part is also correct. Okay. The only way is, the only way. The only way means it. So it is also correct. Thou improved. There is something missing here, or uh, something wrong is here. Why? Because in this situation, we should not use here the, but we should use THROUGH through improved hygiene and vaccination. It is not thou improved hygiene. It is not thou improved. It is through improved hygiene and vaccination. Friends, one thing you have to keep in your mind, what kind of or what type of questions they will give you. Okay, a very small difference. Okay, for example, among, between, uh, since and for, or from, or beside, or besides. Okay, where they have to use besides, there they may give beside. Okay, suppose in a sentence they have to use among, but instead of among, they will use between. It is the grammatical mistake. For example, he shared the lunch between five friends. Normally, we use between when there are two. When there are two persons or two places or two things like that. But here, five, it is more than two. When it is more than two, maybe three, four, five, six, like this. Okay. Then we have to use among, not between. So, what kind of questions they may give? Where they have to use among. Okay. There they will use between. It is the grammatical mistake. Okay. Like this. Here, instead of through, they have used the. So we should not use here the. We have to use here. So it is the mistake, and option C should be our answer. Okay, now come to the next question. The fruits of peace are limited to the revival of economic activity, but the pervasive grievances of the minority remain. And no error. So what we have to do now? Okay, this question is also based on the subject and verb agreement. Okay, the fruits of peace are. The fruits are. It is correct. Okay, the fruits are limited. The fruits of peace are limited. Peace is. It is wrong. We should not use here is. R is correct. Okay, to the revival of economic activity. And this part is also correct. Come to the third part, but the pervasive grievances. So grievances, it is a plural noun, means the plural subject. Okay, what I had told, when the subject is plural, okay, we have to use the plural verb. If we add yes or es or is to the main verb, it will be singular verb. If we remove s or es or is, only v1 means it is plural verb. For example, remain. Because the subject is plural, so the verb should be plural, not remains. It should be remain. It should be remain. This is the answer. Okay. Now, the next question. When tensions persist among communities, nothing can made up for the absence of reconciliation and trust among all sections. This question is based on verb forms. Means we all know that there are three forms: V1, V2, V3, present, past, and past participle. But there are two more forms, V4 and V5. For example, go, went, gone, goes, going. Okay, then sing, sang, sung, sings, singing. Okay, so these are the five forms of verbs. Okay, can. Okay, it doesn't take V2 or V3. It takes V1. If you use a modal verb like can, may, could, should, would, must, used to, ought to, need to, like this, then we have to use compulsory V1 or present form of the verb. So keep this thing in your mind. Never forget it. ನೋಡಿ, ನಾವೇನಾದ್ರೂ can, may, could, might, shall, should, will, would, must ಹಿಂಗೇನಾದ್ರೂ used to, dare to, need to ಅಂತ ಹೀಗೇನಾದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಲ್ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಬಳಸಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇವುಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಲ್ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು V1 ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಬ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ಬಳಸಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ V2 ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ make up, not made up. So The error is here in the part. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಎರರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎರರ್ ಬಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ದ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬಿ. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಮೇಡ್ ಅಪ್, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಮೇಕ್ ಅಪ್. Okay, now the next question. A collapse of the deal would not only exacerbate the Iran nuclear crisis, but also set a bad precedence in international diplomacy. Okay, do one thing. Take 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or 20 seconds time and try to identify where is the error. You have 20 seconds time. I'm waiting for your answer. ಅಕ್ಷಯ್ ಅವರೇ, ಕ್ವಾಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ರೀಸನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ, ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮತ್ತು ಭರತ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಅನ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆ, ಏನು ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಹಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸೂಟಬಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Instead of precedence, we have to use precedent, not yes, ಸಿ. ಎಸ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟೂ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್? ಇವೆರಡರ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ? ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ more important than someone or something. Someone or something is being considered more important than someone or something. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ರಿಗಿಂತ ಅಥವಾ ಮತ್ತೊಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಮಹತ್ವ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್? ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ? ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ earlier incident or event, okay, that we consider as an example. Very simple. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಇವೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅದೊಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ crisis, but also set a bad precedent, not precedence, in international diplomacy. Okay, it's already getting late. Okay, last 1 minute is there. So we solve one more question and later we wind up our class. Okay. The increase in tariffs imposed on goods crossing international borders essentially represents a new tax on a global economy already facing a slowdown. Nodi, the question is here. The increase, okay, the increase that represents, okay, the increase subject in tariffs imposed on goods crossing international borders essentially represent. So subject is here and the verb is here. Subject is singular, verb is also singular. So it is correct. So the complete part is correct. A new tax on a global economy. So this part is also correct. already facing a slowdown. Okay, that is already facing a slowdown. When all the parts are grammatically correct, what we should choose as an answer? We should choose option E, no error. Because in the complete sentence, in the complete question, okay, when there are no errors or when there is no mistake or error, then we have to choose no error, okay, because there is no option for us. So the correct answer now it is no error. Okay, so it's already 9 o'clock. Okay, the timing of the class is 8:30 to 9. So we have to wind up our class now. Friends, the class is over and see you in the next class and take care. Okay, stay wherever you wish, but stay safe. Okay, okay, friends. The class is over. Take care and good night. Thank you for spending your time with us, and uh, thank you for watching the class. Thank you once again. Good night. Take care and bye bye.